Hey, my name is Eduardo Valderrama, and this is my presentation on my brand Starbucks. Um, this is an overview on how they're a leading global brand within the coffee industry. They've grown from being more than just a traditional coffee shop by creating a very specific and distinct experience that focuses on quality and customer connection. They are consistently delivering on their premium coffee experience. Moving forward, the analysis consists of concepts like positioning, global expansion, and certain segmentations. They evaluate the way Starbucks creates value in the consumer's head. And the presentation includes research on certain ethical practices and other opportunities for growth. Starbucks is very good, and they've built a very resilient and recognizable brand that usually performs quite competitively by aligning its mission with the customer's needs. Together, these strategic elements can show how the brand has had long-term success in this competitive market. Let's move on. So Starbucks, operates in this coffee and snack industry, serving food and other products of the such. They have generated quite a good amount of money, tens of billions of dollars, and with the steady increase through recent years. The consumer's desire for a convenient and premium coffee experience supports this expansion. And while competition can be intense at certain times with certain local chains or other large coffee shops, they all want their respective share of the market. Starbucks manages to scale and keep progress on their innovation to stay at the same level or even surpass other competitors. Additionally, loyalty programs, digital orders, and drive-through service have been very key factors in shaping positive consumer perception of Starbucks. Now, despite costs and other labor or operational costs, this loyal customer base that Starbucks has built and the strong brand recognition is what really allows this growth to continue. Continuing, Starbucks is on a mission to inspire and nurture the human itself through serving these personalized cups of coffee. They have a wide variety to make sure you feel you can express yourself across everything you order. They have handcrafted beverages, food items, certain packaged coffee so you could take home and enjoy the experience. They sell this across several company-operated locations. Its broad customer base is very impressive, and they managed to keep the quality fairly consistent. As of the early 2020s, Starbucks operates a little over 35,000 stores globally, maybe more, and it's one of the largest coffee chains internationally. The company itself has prioritized its digital innovation lately, its in-store renovations, and employee capabilities. These strategies align with the brand's mission statement and make it a very competitive brand within its respective market. Segmentation and target market. Starbucks has utilized demographic, behavioral, and psychographic segmentations to help reach its true target market. Demographically, it focuses on younger, more educated, upper to middle class individuals, college students like myself, other people in other corporate jobs or internships, maybe. Behaviorally, Starbucks targets those who really drink coffee quite consistently. They value convenience and customization within their drinks. The Starbucks Rewards program is a very good job at accomplishing this. They have millions of active members who participate in mobile orders and receive a lot of personalized offers. Psychographically, Starbucks appeals to people who really enjoy coffee on a daily basis. It is like a lifestyle. This is not just an occasional beverage they get. It is some way they express themselves each and every day. These different segmentations are really what allows Starbucks to address new consumer needs and strengthen previous connections with the audience they've already established. Now, Starbucks has positioned itself as a premium coffee house experience. It is distinctively different with its choice of beverage, its in-store vibe and ambiance, and its, consistent high-performance customer service. Whenever you walk into Starbucks, they are typically meeting you with very kind and respectable body language, and they are very understanding if you aren't familiar with the menu. And this really this allows Starbucks to charge a higher price. These practices that they promote with their employees allow this high price in comparison to competitors who aren't really caring about these little things. They've painted this image in the consumer's mind that is really built on comfort, quality, and reliability. If you combine that with a strong loyalty program, more personalized offers, with data collection to back up those offers, it's really a hard picture for any other company to replicate. Product strategy. Starbucks has a broad product mix. We've already touched on the food items, the hot and cold beverages, and other packaged coffee products. Their standard quality practices, again, carry this high price they can charge, and this consistency that they provide with it is really unbeatable. The brand's product depth is reflected in this wide variety. Their menu includes multiple beverage combinations. It could be very hard to memorize, but again, the employees are very patient. This really does support their personalized strategy. Starbucks is a very big company that relies on a complex supply chain with a digital structure that helps product quality and availability. This really helps the customers receive the same experience no matter where they go across all the different franchisees. Now, brand management. Brand management in Starbucks' attentiveness to detail in their brand equity, identity, and loyalty have allowed Starbucks to really create a company that is associated with premium products and services internationally. Now, Starbucks Rewards has done an amazing role in brand loyalty. Its ability to drive repeat sales is an asset they can't stand to lose, really. They emphasize community, ethical responsibility, and a warm environment through that. Starbucks is able to strengthen emotional attachment, and each consumer that sees this is driven towards long-term commitment with the brand. Now, combining all these loyal rewards and personalized services, that is what helps Starbucks reinforce their brand and really stay competitive. Now, place and distribution strategy. Starbucks utilizes a very strong multi-channel distribution strategy. It includes company-owned stores, licensed locations, drive-thrus, digital orders. They have been known to place several locations in very high traffic, urban, suburban areas. And this really drives the point of convenience and accessibility. This supply chain that they use is what allows them to have this level of distribution. It is complex enough to keep consistent quality of products across thousands of locations, and their ability to place mobile orders and then have customers pick them up later at their convenience has been great for customer satisfaction. Now, their strategic partnerships have been what Starbucks has used to scale at a fairly efficient rate, and it keeps their operations at a rather contained or controlled level. Now, the pricing strategy. Starbucks uses a premium pricing, which reflects well with its brand. Now, as we've mentioned, they are set slightly higher than average, but this is, again, justified through the perceived value that has already been created. Now, they focus on providing a very valuable experience that is worthy of spending a pretty penny. They would much rather create the value for the customer to justify this price than to, compete for a much lower, mediocre, or even poor coffee house experience. Now, over time, this strategy has contributed to a very strong performance for Starbucks and the brand in terms of profit and customer loyalty. Now, IMC, Integrated Marketing Communications, combining digital marketing, brand storytelling, and promotions for customers. The Starbucks app has been great for customer loyalty. This allows them to learn more about the brand. Again, they receive very special messaging, several new deals for them to participate to. This messaging is really what enables direct engagement for millions of users. Now, frequently people are more on social media and other digital platforms. So that's where you'll find Starbucks, and they'll create themes of emotional connection, routine, and more personalization towards the younger audiences that may be inclined to participate electronically. Now, Starbucks operates in several international markets across America, Asia, Europe, and they're able to adapt the menu to consider the locals. Now, that within itself is extremely compassionate. They manage to adapt to very local taste buds and preferences while keeping brand consistency and quality. This has been a great key factor in their international success. Now, ethically, their practices of sourcing and sustainability, as well as labor, have been heavily considered, and the company has made public commitments in terms of sourcing and environmental programs. Now, challenges do remain in keeping these commitments, but overall, they have been very transparent, and their promise to keep these true have been fairly accountable. And this is another great factor in terms of their international success. So long as they keep this accountability, they will in turn keep loyal customers and repeat sales. Strategic recommendations and growth opportunities. Starbucks' long-term growth plan includes expanding to over 55,000 stores worldwide by 2030. Now, the brand has done very well digitally, but they should continue to craft these personalized ads based off of where the customer is being tracked to, where they are being allowed to show the most customization within themselves in the app. So if they would like, if they were on the app, they should be able to track which drinks they have used the most and when those deals for those drinks are available again, or when they will be available again. Now, the Starbucks brand should continue their localized approach when they expand worldwide. Now, if they do this, they will create a more relevant brand across a great variety of people, large demographics. These recommendations that I've mentioned are a sure way to promote their brand's image, global operations, and the way they utilize their technology. Now, Grand Canyon University's Christian worldviews and Starbucks business practices and views are actually quite similar. Christian worldviews from Grand Canyon University sees business and work as meaningful callings that people and organizations use to serve one another. God calls us to serve one another and to do so with compassion and respect. Starbucks shares similar principles as they continue to emphasize human connection, ethical sourcing, and community engagement. The brand's mission shows a deep understanding of how humans grow, practically and socially. This also aligns with the belief that we are called to honor God by serving other people. Now, Starbucks' choice of pursuing responsible sourcing and sustainability has been great in profits and great in the teachings of God. They show consideration for justice and the care for creation in general. These ideas align with the Christian worldview, and they continue to carry out compassionately with respect for others and the world. They will continue to be a top leading brand within their respective market. Thank you very much for listening. I hope you've gained something very insightful on my brand about Starbucks.